So, histopathologically, microscopically, the uveal melanoma are of following four types. In that, first one is the shape, spindle shell melanoma, then epithelioid cell melanoma, third is the mixed cell melanoma, and fourth that is necrotic melanoma. So clinical picture for the purpose of description only the clinical picture can be divided into the four stages. That is, first one is a quiescent stage. In that, during this stage, the symptoms is depend upon the location and the size of the tumor. Clinical picture for the purpose of description only the clinical picture can be divided into the four stages. So, quiescent stage, during this stage the symptoms which are depend upon the location and the size of the tumor. In that, during this stage, symptoms are depend upon the location and the size of the tumor, and small tumors are located in the periphery and may not produce any symptom. So, while tumors arising from the posterior pole, which are present with early visual loss, and a large tumor associated with exudative retinal detachment and may produce a marked loss of the vision. So, the clinical picture shows this is quiescent stage. In that, symptom depend upon the location and the size of the tumor. And the small tumor located in the periphery and may not produce any symptom, while the tumors which are arising from the posterior pole present with the early loss, and a large tumor associated with exudative retinal detachment may produce a marked vision. Then, when we study the signs, that is a fundus examination, during this stage may reveal the following sign, that is a small tumor limited to the choroid and appear as an elevated pigmented oval mass. That is, when these fundal photographs showing a choroidal melanoma as raised pigmented subretinal mass. So this is a diagram where fundus photograph showing a choroidal melanoma as a raised pigmented subretinal mass. Then second, that is the glucomatous stage. It develops when tumor is left untreated during the quiescent stage. Glaucoma may develop due to the obstruction to the venous outflow by pressure on the cortex vein and blockage of the angle of anterior chamber by a forward displacement of the lens iris diaphragm due to the increasing growth of the tumor. And symptom, that is the patient complained of the severe pain, redness and watering in an already blind eye. So there is a severe pain, redness and watering from the eye which is already blind. So this is a diagrammatic representation of the malignant melanoma of choroid causing a exudative retinal detachment, that is a diagrammatic depiction in the cut section and the fundus photograph. So this is the diagram A. In that we can see in the cut section how the malignant melanoma of choroid causing exudative retinal detachment. So this is a malignant melanoma and this is the fundus photograph. So when we see a signs, that is conjunctiva is chemos and congested. Second, that is cornea may show edema. Third, that is anterior chamber is usually shallow. Pupil is fixed and dilated. Then lens is usually opaque, obstructing uh, the back view, and intraocular pressure is raised. Usually, eye is a stony hard. And sometimes the features of iridocyclitis may be seen due to the tumor-induced uveitis. So when we see a conjunctiva is chemos and congested, with the cornea shows the edema, the anterior chamber is usually shallow, and pupil is fixed dilated, and lens is opaque, obstructing the back view, and intraocular pressure is raised, with eye is stony hard. There is sometimes a feature of iridocyclitis may be seen due to tumor-induced uveitis. So, in the stage of the extraocular extension. So, this is a diagram of a extensive malignant melanoma of the choroid involving the orbit. So, due to the progressive growth of the tumor, may burst through the sclera, usually at the nimbus, and the extraocular spread may occur even early along the perivascular spaces of the vertex vein or ciliary vessel. and it is followed by a rapid fungation and involvement of extraocular tissues resulting in a marked proptosis. So, in the third, that is the stage of the extraocular extension, there is a due to the progressive growth of the tumor. As tumor growth size i- is increases, it bursts through the sclera. So it is burst through the sclera, usually at the limbus, and the extraocular spread occur even along the perivascular spaces of the vortex vein or the ciliary vessel, and it is followed by a rapid fungation and involvement of extraocular tissue. So there is a resulting the proptosis. So this is a diagram of an extensive malignant melanoma of the choroid which involve the orbitals. Then fourth one, that is stage of a distant metastasis. So lymphatic spread is usually not known. Blood-borne metastasis usually occur in the liver and is the commonest cause of the death. So, in the fourth, that is the stage of distant metastasis, lymphatic spread is not known, but the blood-borne metastasis is usually occur in liver and is the commonest cause of the death. So, the investigation shows the indirect ophthalmoscopic examination, then the trans illumination test, third, that is ultrasonography, fourth, that is fluorescein angiography, fifth, that is radioactive tracer, and sixth, that is MRI. So, these investigations are needed to detect the tumor of the choroid, that is MRI, radioactive tracer, fluorescence angiography, ultrasonography, transillumination test, and indirect ophthalmoscopic examination. And when we see the treatment of this, in that there is a conservative treatment to the salvage the eyeball and should be tried unless the tumor is very large. So the methods used are brachytherapy, external beam radiotherapy, transpupillary thermotherapy, then fourth, that is transscleral location, local resection, and fourth, that is stereostatic radiosurgery. Second is enucleation. So it is indicated for very larger tumor, which is conservative method to be salvaged. The eyeball are not effective. Third, that is extension or debulking with chemotherapy and radiotherapy is required in the stage of extraocular spread. In the palliative treatment with the chemotherapy and immunotherapy may be of some use in the prolonging life of the patient with the distant metastasis. So, there are the treatment of tumor of the choroid is that first one is a conservative treatment, second that is enucleation, third that is debulking, and fourth that is palliative treatment. So this is all about the treatment of the choroid. So in the today's lecture we was studied about candidiasis, then viral uveitis, that is uveitis in herpes zoster ophthalmicus, then herpes simplex uveitis, cytomegalic inclusion disease, in that lens-induced uveitis with phacoanaphylatic uveitis, then phacotoxic uveitis, which is uveitis syndrome, then degenerative condition of the uveal tract, that is degeneration of the iris, then degeneration and dystrophies of the choroid, and the secondary choroidal degeneration with the tumor of the uveal tract. In that, firstly, we was studied about the tumor of the choroid, that is benign. In that, nevus, hemangioma, and melanocytoma, and the choroidal osteoma. And B, that is the malignant melanoma. So, tumor of the choroid, in that nevus, choroidal hemangioma, malignant melanoma of the choroid, and its histopathology, pathology, clinical features with the different stages and diagrams, and the investigation and the treatment. So, this is all about the tumor of the choroid. So, in the next lecture, we will continue our lecture in the next week with the tumors of the ciliary body. So, till that, have a good day. Supriya, Karishma, Vijay. ओके. स्टुडंट, काल तुम्ही अटेंड केले का? जॉईन केलं सरांचं लेक्चर रेपर्टरीचं?
मॅम केलेलं, पण सरच बोलले का जे आता एक्झाम गोईंग आहेत म्हणजे ज्यांचा वायवा आहे ना त्यांनी जॉईन राहा, बाकीच्यांनी लिव्ह करा.
ओके, ठीक आहे. कारण सरांचा मला मेसेज आलेला ना, त्यामुळे मी
हा
मेसेज की जॉईन होऊन जा म्हणून. कारण ऍक्च्युली सरांना पण थोडं कन्फ्युजन होतं कोणाला करायचं वगैरे, मग ते
नाही,
नंतर
आम्ही केलेलं 2:15 वाजता,
हां हां
पण सरच बोलले का तुम्ही नका जॉईन होऊ,
हां.
जे सिनियर आहेत ना त्यांना होऊ द्या.
बरं, मग जर्नल्स मिळाले का सगळ्यांना?
जर्नल्स मॅम आता आम्ही तर घेतलेत, पण काही जणांचा असा प्रॉब्लेम होता का कॉलेजमध्ये प्रिंट नव्हते झाले ना,
हम्म.
त्याच्यामुळे नाही भेटले, पण आता भेटतील सगळ्यांना ऑलमोस्ट.
ठीक आहे, चालेल. जर्नल्स घ्या आणि
हा
कंप्लीट करा. कारण कसं आहे आता
हा
तुमच्याकडे 2 मंथच आहेत ना, फक्त डिसेंबर, जानेवारी. ओके.
हो ना.
फेब्रुवारीत तुमची PL असणार आहे. मग त्याच्यात तुम्हाला स्टडी करावं लागेल आणि मार्चमध्ये एक्झाम. त्याच्यामुळे
हो
जर्नल घेऊन लवकर कंप्लीट करा. म्हणजे काय होईल की स्टडीला वेळ मिळेल तुम्हाला जरा. ठीक आहे?
हा मॅम.
आणि काही प्रॉब्लेम आला तर मला कॉल करा. ओके?
हो मॅम.
ओके. थँक यू. बाय. सो
थँक्यू मॅम. बाय.
ओके.